Hi, everybody. It's Heidi from Tarot Times with Heidi, and we're going to talk about the best teas for getting tea drunk. So, yes, there are better teas than others to get tea drunk. And also, just to note, you can't just have like a cup or two of these teas. Like, you need to be doing tea ceremony with these teas. You need to be drinking like a lot of tea. So, generally, I'll show you, I'll show you my tea kettle. So this is my fancy tea kettle that I use because I used to use just the normal one that I had at home, but it had like this really big spout and it would was kind of messy. This is like called a gooseneck and it cost about $100, but it was totally worth it. So this can be your tea goals if you're, I mean, there's lots of tea stuff that you can buy. It just like you just invest in it slowly over time. You just make do with what you've got at the beginning and then slowly you kind of buy it over time. So like this is a gooseneck and then this is about 1.7 liters. So I use about I would say I use this and a little bit more for each tea ceremony that I do. So this is like if I'm going through one tea ceremony and I don't really have time to kind of get into it, I'll just use one kettle, which is like 1.7 liters of water. And if I'm doing it with someone else, that means we're both getting what is 1.7 liters divided by 2? Let's check it out. How much tea am I actually let me live form this for you. 1.7 by 2 is 0.85. So yeah, so 850 milliliters of water basically each of us is getting. And that's kind of like you are tea stoned, but you're not like really, really tea stoned. And I would say usually, if I'm filling this up a little bit, I'm usually doing about 2.25 liters. And then for sure you're getting T-stone. Like that's actually when like I'm finding like you're really elevated. And that is about 1.125 milliliters. So basically 1 liter and then a quarter cup. That is how much it, and then you're like super tea stoned. So like a part of it, and it's not that I'm using more tea leaves, I'm using the same amount of tea leaves. I'm just doing more steeps with it, so I'm just getting everything out of the tea. Like by the time that last teacup comes around, like it's really weak, but you can still taste like this morning I was drinking a tea and I could still taste the smoky flavors. It was smoky and earthy. I'll show you the tea. The tea in question is this one, a Pu'er tea from 2012, I think. And it is so good. I love an earthy, smoky Pu'er tea. So yummy. And it's fermented, of course. But anyway, without further ado, these are the best teas for getting tea drunk. So, yes, you do have to drink a lot of water, but these ones are the richest in caffeine, L-theanine, and catechins. They're notable to deliver the most tea high. So shade grown teas like Gai Kuro and matcha, those are high in L-theanine, or like young raw pu'er and fine green teas. This is what I use. I'm using young raw pu'er that's been fermented, and this is high in catechinins. So catechinins are the ECEGs that are just really good at being. They're all the ones that can calm the mind, support memory, and improve attention. So like, yeah, I'm using the pu'er teas, and so like, yeah, of course it's helping me because it's like I'm super calm and my focus is really there, and that's because it's got high catechisins or ECEGs. Um, And you can also get that with fine green teas. And you can use Old Tree or Gushu pu'er, which is, I also use that, and artisanal oolongs. They have a mixture of all three. And then any teas that are made from buds and top leaves. So I've got one pu'er tea that is made with the buds. I'll show you which tea that one is. So just to rewind, this is that smoky, earthy pu'er tea. I got this one from Treasure Green Tea Company, which is on Georgia at Hastings, like on Georgia, right beside Massey Books. And then this is the one that is really good at the buds and the top leaves. This is a Pu'er tea from 2012. They're both from 2012, I think. And this one is from the Chinese Tea Shop. So Daniel gave me this one, and Olivia from Treasure Green gave me this one. And they're both fantastic. Like they're both absolutely fantastic teas. But yeah, these teas, if you have high quality pu'er teas, like they're all gonna get you tea drunk, but you do have to drink a lot of it. So you want to always choose high quality loose leaf teas. And so like these aren't loose leaves, they're tea cakes, but then you break them up and then you make them loose leaf. So tea bags just really don't really do it. Like don't you can't get it from a tea bag. You're gonna die trying, but you also have to drink quite a bit. So yeah, like commit to your tea ceremony. Don't do like, I'm just gonna drink 500 mils of water and that's gonna be enough. 500 mils of tea. It's not gonna be enough. It's not enough. You have to go hard. And yeah, going hard. That is, yeah. You really want to commit to your tea ceremony. And yeah, it does really help with like depression, anxiety, ADHD. It helps all these things. There hasn't been scientific studies that says like this is quantifiable how much they help, but they definitely help with mental health and neurological neurodivergence, anything around those lines. They really help. And they just help having a stress-free life where you're managing your cortisol and your stress levels. Like it's really beneficial. And yeah, I'm the kind of person that I've spent like thousands of dollars on vitamins in my life, like thousands of dollars of vitamins. Because I wasn't diagnosed until really late in life and I didn't know what was wrong with me and I knew vitamins helped. They didn't solve it, but it helped. And then once I went on medication, then that was more effective than vitamins. But there's still certain things that I will get vitamins for, like adaptogens, but I don't need to buy adaptogens anymore because I'm doing tea ceremony every day and it lowers your cortisol and you're getting tea drunk. And so it like floods your body with like just keeping you calm, keeping you connected, keeping you like grateful and creative and uplifted. And yeah. Non-reactive. It's not like I'm not trying to pressure sales it by being like it's going to solve all your problems because it won't. It really won't solve all your problems, but like it's like any practice. Like you do it over time and you can see the effects on your life. And I've been doing this like for a while now, pretty consistently. I've been doing tea ceremony probably for 6 months, almost every day. And if you ask me in a year or 2 years, I'll just be like 2 or 3 years even further down the path. And yeah, it like I've always heard tea ceremonialists talk about this, but I didn't realize how right they were. It's so good for keeping your stress low and keeping your creativity up, keeping your mood elevated. And it's just so enjoyable. Like the teas are great to taste. It's a great way to socialize. It's a great way to meditate. Uh, yeah, being tea drunk is so effective. And yeah, I mean, the best teas for getting tea drunk, I would always just recommend just really high quality pu'er tea. Yeah, but you can also do it with like, yeah, the shade grown teas and your yeah, your teas made from buds and top leaves. Like, yeah, you can get it from all kinds of different tea, but yeah, high quality tea, you can't get away with just having tea bag teas and you can't get away with just drinking a little bit. You got to commit. So those are my tips for getting tea drunk. And we're gonna do a how-to on to get tea drunk in one of the next videos. So you'll have a how-to in case you are neurodivergent and perhaps a bit autistic and want it spelled out even more. Don't worry, we're getting there. I will leave no one hanging. So if you have any questions about this, you want to talk to me about teas, go right ahead. If I've sent you a booking link, use it. If not, send me an email, tarottimeswithheidi@gmail.com. Tell me the course tea ceremony and the video, the best teas to get you drunk with. All right, take care. Bye, everyone.